I did want to get into this Red Wings discussion. D-Mac and I started out on very different sides of the coin this morning. The conversation got aggressive this morning.
Your comment was aggressive.
My comment was aggressive.
We got back around to common ground, to agreements, but your comment of get this guy out of here.
I was really warmed up a couple nights ago with Nedeljkovic's last meltdown, and I took it to the group thread. And I'm not an all caps guy. You guys know if I send a text in all caps,
you're upset.
It's some serious ish. And yes, it was very graphic. I was very heated. I haven't come down a lot from this discussion. I got in a mix Friday with a lot of the people in here. But I'm not backing down from it. That I want Alex Nedeljkovic out of town. No. D-Mac and I got into this. Present your side of it.
So I told you is that here. You know how the hashtag Wiser plan works? 1919.
1919
is that you can have all you want, but until the man himself decides to move him out of town. And I said that was a little aggressive. My question is does it look like they think it's an issue? And is it an issue? Yes, it's an issue. Why is it an issue? Because
they acted on it to a degree.
So they did, right? So it's about the self-awareness. Do you think Steve Yzerman has the awareness? Yes. When did he have the awareness? A few weeks ago when he signed Hellberg off of waivers. What happened there a few days ago? Oh, he just got called up, right? They're going to carry 3 goaltenders, right? So it is apparent. You're running him out of town. You can't do that.
Give me the why.
Putting him down because Stevie says no. When Stevie gets rid of him out of town, that's fine. Now, what I would expect is, yes, there's issues. You're not going to see him in net. You got Husso starting tonight, right? You're not going to see him in net.
Thank you.
So that is good for you, right? Like, give the kid, if there's something has to be there, because he isn't gone. And plus you use the third rounder. Maybe you see him sent down.
That's
maybe
fair.
you
That's
see
why
him
we
sent
talk.
down for conditioning. Maybe you see it's something technical or whatever. But what you don't see is sitting back, right, and not understanding that this is an issue. So Steve Yzerman has addressed this, right? They're carrying 3 goalies. And hoping you find Ned a way out. But right now, where they're at, 2 points out of the playoff, it's highly... This awareness, when everybody started about a month ago bringing it up about Nedeljkovic, was right there. What I tell you yesterday, what position does Steve Yzerman hate the most? Right? Goaltending.
Yep.
Right? Like if he's gonna, and he doesn't hate goalies, but if he hated the most position, it's goaltenders. Right? So the fact is to do your job. So whether it's what his patience is or whatever else, it's hashtag Wiser plan. And I only say that because if something happens, then we can question him. But you've seen movement. You've seen them sort of addressing. Yeah, he didn't get decapitated. He didn't get sent down on the train or whatever that you might have done, Mr. Rule. You may be upset about that. But there is things that you won't see him in the net.
And that's it. Okay. And that's fine, D-Mac. That's where I go to you. That's where I lean on you for it. I just want my goal obtained. And my goal is to not have him on the ice when the Red Wings are playing an NHL game. Because more often than not, you have 0 chance to win that game. And I'm not doing the mental gymnastics of, well, they play better in front of Husso and stuff like that. That was, guys in the chat, that's where our fundamental disagreement was. Yeah, that's where my fundamental disagreement is. No, because you can't be down 4-1 all the time and come back and win, especially in today's day and age, especially in this division that they're in right now. That's my problem with it. You can't win with them. Look at the numbers. The numbers are embarrassing. You go look them. You go look them up. I've looked at them already. WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
You know what, Neil? Like, is this not the... And I believe this is the theme of this season. Praise or panic. Or what did you call it something yesterday? We're either okay, these guys are here, or we're like in panic.
This Red Wings season, man.
Playing. If you look at it, they've lost 5 of the last 7. They've lost 2 in a row at home. It's a big game tonight against Carolina at home.
Huge. That's my point. And if you put Nedeljkovic out there, you can't win. I feel like Rocky's wife. You can't win.
So let's move on because Husso's starting. He's not even going in there. So everything's your wish to whatever else. But what I'm saying is this will be the season, and you can't slide.
But
down
here's why I'm like this though, D-Mac. Because we are playing with a little bit of house money right now. They're better than I thought they were going to be even.
Okay, and I think they realize that too. That's why they're adjusting. That's why you're seeing Husso be the number one guy. Why you're seeing moves being made. They realize that they might be further ahead, and they're doing it further ahead. Remember, they got a guy named Robbie Fabry that hasn't played all year that's coming back soon. We got to get a Verona update.
Right.
There's some goals there.
And all that stuff's independent of this problem right here.
Yeah, but Neil,
it's a problem.
You just told me there's a leak and I got the plumber in there fixing it with the new plumber and you're still telling me that there's a leak. Have they not, until he's back in there costing him again because they've addressed the situation?
And that's fair, and I appreciate that. Our methods are different. Your method to my method are different.
Yeah, you got this guy punted to the moon.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Last year, the deal, Tammy Chin, WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Ned has one more year on his contract. Tammy, according to Spotrac, this is the last year of his deal.
No, this is the last year.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is that, so at the worst thing, listen,
I'm just saying it's 1.2 to buy him out. That's it. Go on your way. Hey, Ned, thanks for the memories. See you later.
God, you're being really harsh.
But D-Mac, no. See, here's where I will step up to you here. Here's where I will. You know what?
At least I'm consistent. I'm consistent in the fact, and I get it. Because
I'm not
you
here.
want more than what I'm willing. See, here's the thing. With my timeline, with the clock for the Lions, with the Red Wings, remember what I said, that I hope it's the last week of the season, we win 2 games and we're in the playoff. I don't expect them this year. Next year, I'll fire the GM,
but
and we'll have this conversation.
With new information.
So I got to watch and see how he's going to play this out. We're still watching.
D-Mac, there's a chance now. You have to remember, too, coming from...
Are the Red Wings aware they have a chance? Do you
100%.
feel like that Steve Yzerman, as the GM and putting the people in place, and Derek Lalonde as the coach and putting the lineup in place, is well aware of where they're at?
Yeah, that's why there is a chance, because of those guys making those decisions.
So now are they, and they've made those decisions, and they continue to make those decisions. That's why you pick up a goalie and carry a third goalie.
Right, but
they're not
the moves I want to make,
they're not willing to. Isn't it explained? Don't you question what's the reason they're not getting rid of him? If he's this bad, if Steve Yzerman says, no, I'm not, doesn't that...
I have a question, yeah.
No, doesn't that make you wonder what is it he sees or where that is? Because there's that play to him. So let's just sit back. This is a year where we get to sit back and we don't...
See, but D-Mac, and I was with you at the beginning, but now that there's a shot, and we've seen him come back from the brink a couple times this season already.
Man. It's too early.
But they've come back from the brink a couple. D-Mac,
come on, we got till the dog. Wait till February. There's still an opportunity.
I understand. I understand that we're at the bar right now. I understand we're at the bar and it's 8:30.
I can't criticize right now.
Yeah, I understand, D-Mac. We're at the bar and it's 8:30, and the first couple drinks have gone down smooth. But it's going to be 2 a.m. before you know it.
Your issue has been addressed, so to speak, right? You're not going to see him in
as long as he's not on the ice. As long as he's not on the ice, that's cool.
Until he's taking up a roster spot that you need because there's other injuries.
But my thing is, D-Mac, I don't care about being harsh. I care about getting into the NHL playoffs because I came from a place. Yeah, but came from a place where Franz Nielsen had a $36 million contract on this team.
You also came from a place where you know what winning's like.
100%.
And you also came from a place where
and players that aren't good being on the ice was not part of that.
Well, he's not on the ice, and he's been addressed. So your issue, right?
But I'm of the opinion it's not magically going to change
until he steps on the ice the next time.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That's fair.
But if you run out there, and Zach B says it best, if we don't score 5 goals when Ned is in the net, we lose, period.
So Ned's not in the net. They just called up Hellberg.
But D-Mac, when you put him out there again, and he gives up a 5 spot in the second period, and you're 1 point behind the Panthers.
If he gets out there again right now, I got questions. But also, too, guys, you can't. Why does everybody always want to have it both ways? Right? If you're going to trust in somebody, you got to trust in when you don't know the answers. Right? You have faith. So that's the whole thing. And it's been addressed.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, that guy 62. Tone has been achieved, all in caps. Real cream of wheat, caps tone, all in caps as well.
Hey, Neil, I like where you're at. I'm just saying you're so premature, man. It's not even February yet. Let's see if this team can be there. Like, you're right. It needs to be addressed, but it was addressed. If they're sitting there and they haven't called anybody up and they didn't address this situation, you'd be saying WTF.
Here's a fundamental thing.
There going, Stevie, what's going on?
Here's a fundamental thing. Tammy Chin says, I believe in Ned.
Yeah.
And there's a movement of that. Clomp sauce. I absolutely believe in Ned still. I don't. Guys, I don't.
So here's the thing. You don't have to. So, right, they believe or whatever like this, and they're the first one. Tammy, I know it's first to agree. It's okay. They're going to work with them, give them the opportunity to get back, but you can't do it while you're playing.
Yeah.
No, you can't do it during the game. You do it in practice or get sent down or work your butt off, do whatever it is.
And look, I won't come down, like, if that's the plan and that's what they're going to do, that's fine. Again, I don't care about the method as long as the method does not involve him on the ice in a game right now, because as Zach said, you got to score 5 goals minimum to win. You have to, and you can't rely on that. The points are too valuable. They're in the mix in this hard ass division.
He's your number 3 goalie now, and you only dress 2.
Okay, fair. See, that's why we're friends, man. We talk through it.
Hashtag Wiser Plan 1919.
Yeah.
Like like when I say, guys, I believe that if they're in the conversation, like right now they're 2 points out of the playoffs. If this is the last week of the season, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
Next year is the hammer drop. And I get it because expectations are ahead of schedule because they played and they have that, but they're not consistent enough. But we'll see again tonight because
he's one of the big reasons that they're not consistent enough.
Yeah.